Breaking news. Welcome to Local Georgia Newscast at 5. We'd like to thank you all for joining. We're here to talk to you about the Indian Removal Act that just got passed by Congress a couple days ago. Andrew Jackson, our president, as you all know, has firmly believed that this act is, let's say, moral. Jackson believes that migration is good for these tribes, and the tribes that are being affected are the Cherokee, the Chickasaw, the Choctaw, the Creek, and the Seminole. They're all being moved to the Oklahoma Territory, west of the Mississippi. Many people, mostly church groups and Christians, believe that this is farmland for cotton fields, the cotton industry. What else do you have to say about that?
Well, the source of this conflict between the Native Americans and the United States stretches far back into the early years of the country. For over 200 years, this conflict has been sort of escalating, and now we're getting up to the point where we're seeing some really big events happening. Ever since the first British colonists settled here, we've been seeing conflicts between these two groups. About 20 years ago, when Tecumseh tried to unite the Native Americans and fight for their land, we thought that the Native Americans would be able to retain their land. However, after continuous pressure from those who wish to expand, Congress has passed the Indian Removal Act, moving all Native American tribes off their lands. Some members of the country support this policy, while there are many others who are against it. Now we go to our reporter in Georgia to get a sense of the opinions of those in our country about this topic.
Here you go, Nick.
Now here is a locally known cotton farmer, Earl Byron. Earl, how you doing today?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good too.
Lovely day in Georgia.
Oh yeah, beautiful day. I'd like to thank you for coming out here today. And what are your views on the Indian Removal Act?
Well, I believe that the Indian Removal Act is great. It's perfect. We need it because we need to get rid of all this farmland, all of this. See all these trees over here? It's run by the Cherokee, and I'll tell you what, my cotton plantation, it's pretty small. I want to get more cotton grown. Boosts the American economy, helps us all out. Why not? And I'll tell you what, people are like, oh, there's more slaves. I'll tell you what, more slaves, more labor, more cotton. And I'll tell you what, all these Native Americans that live over here in this Cherokee land, they can leave. I believe that the Indian Removal Act is, well, personally, I think it's necessary. I think it should have been done a long, long time ago. This is a bunch of crap. They should be off this land. We paid for this land. We fought for it. And I'll tell you what, it's our land. It doesn't belong to them. No, sirree. They didn't fight for it as hard as we did. That's about done with that. They choose the British side out of all things. You can take a look at that in history.
Well, Earl, thank you for expressing your opinion. And I'd like to ask you one more question. What are your views towards President Andrew Jackson?
Well, I believe President Andrew Jackson is doing a wonderful thing. And all these people in Congress who think, well, Indian Removal Act's dumb, Indian Removal Act, I'll tell you what, it's rude, it's against their nature. I'll tell you what, the Indians, if you ask me, all these other planters over here, these cotton farmers along with me, they agree with me. They're not human. They should get off this land. Okay, they might be human, but you know what? They didn't fight for it. They fought for the other side. Why are they even in our country? Get them out of here. I say just get them all out of the United States. I don't like them. I think Andrew Jackson's doing a good thing, and I believe he is a positive towards my cotton plantation, and I like Andrew Jackson as president. I'd vote for him again. And I'll tell you what, Andrew Jackson, he's got a good thing going, because I'll tell you what, he knows how America works, and this is how it goes.
Well, thank you for expressing your views. This is Nicholas Hobart signing out.
All right, thanks.
Welcome back to Local Georgia News. That was our reporter, Nicholas, over there. Thank you very much. Now, Andrew Jackson, to get back to this point of the Indian Removal Act, has just supported this. To give you the dirty details of this story, the Cherokee Nation, which is mostly being affected by this because this is the largest Cherokee population in the United States, along with many others that we had demonstrated before, are about to embark on a 800-mile journey, difficult journey to go through harsh climates and the elements. Is there anything else you'd like to expand on that?
Well, this journey is going to be extremely harsh. We're expecting one of the worst winters that we've seen in years. The path is going to be extremely long, very desolate, and there's going to be little inhabitants along the way to help out, like assisting in giving food and shelter to these natives. Food supplies are going to be really crucial, and the death toll is expected to number in the thousands. This is sure to be one of the most tragic events in U.S. history.
Thank you all for watching Local Georgia News. We'll hopefully get back to you later with Secrets of Andrew Jackson.